What's up guys, and welcome back to another recap video. We were once again treated to some exciting rugby. Teams definitely showed up on the day, some didn't unfortunately. Just going to do the recap of England versus Oz, New Zealand versus Scotland, and South Africa versus France. Let's start with England-Australia. This had the potential to really be a good game. I was expecting a little bit more from Australia. They had the opportunities, but they just couldn't capitalise at the start. To me, they were looking quite good at the start of the game, but at the end of the day, England just played a better game. They were there, they were committed, they were determined, and they were there to win the game. Yeah, the yellow cards definitely cost Australia, but what was a big outcome for me and a highlight, well not a highlight, something that really stood out was Australia's defence. Especially when England did the tactical kicking, the defence seemed to slopcut a bit. In other words, they were lazy. You know, England would just come out of nowhere and score a try. They would do a kick and they would just catch the ball. The defence or fullbacks didn't seem to run at the ball hard enough. It was just like a half jog and then all of a sudden, sure, but the players right behind me and then smash on. But it was too late. England's kicker, what a player, genius, past Johnny Wilkinson, one of my all-time favourite fly-offs, but well done to them. Definitely looked way better than they did against Argentina, but it was a tough one for Australia. I felt they could have done more in this game, and definitely if they capitalised on the opportunities that were given, we would have seen a different game. But at the end of the day, England won, and I pretty much thought that was going to happen, but I would have expected a bit of a close game. If we look at New Zealand versus Scotland, for me, hands down, the best game of the weekend. What a game from Scotland. Credit where credit is deserved. They played like true champions and are definitely quite a team to watch out, especially when it comes to World Cup in 2019 and future games as they develop. They looked so good. At times I thought they could have got even closer. I didn't see them beating the All Blacks because I think the All Blacks would have gone like on extra strength to have won. But yeah, no, Scotland played well. Their rugby play. I've got a lot of respect for New Zealand. Big fan of their rugby, but I started shouting for Scotland at one stage. My dad's Scottish, so I am allowed to, but it was just great to see. It was just a freaking awesome game. Both teams gave it their all, and you know, a lot of people said, but you know, New Zealand didn't have their number one team, which was not really the case there. They had Kieran Reid, they had Bowden Barrett, they had McKenzie, they had some top-notch players there, so to me that's not a good enough excuse. What I must say is I've noticed New Zealand aren't as powerful as they were earlier this year and maybe last year. I don't know if it's a downfall. My New Zealand subscribers, this question is out to you guys. Are New Zealand getting a little tired or weak or overplayed? Or is it maybe just a phase they're going through? I believe they'll bounce back and completely dominate. But I just see a little issue maybe coming up there for New Zealand. They seem to be slacking a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Because obviously Lions series wasn't too hot. Championship, yes, they won, but the last two games weren't so great. And even against the French, you know, they beat them. But then when they played last Tuesday, wasn't convincing. Yes, second team, but still. And then we see Scotland. I think personally Scotland were just very, very good on the day. If I were Australia, I'd be worried. I think it's going to be one heck of a game to watch, England versus Australia. Australia versus Scotland. I think that's going to be a very good game to watch this weekend. But alas, great rugby. I really enjoyed this game. So much to enjoy in that game. And again, well done to New Zealand. I said you were going to win. I didn't think it would be as close as this past weekend, but well done. Very, very happy for Scotland. Almost as like a win for them, not getting beaten by so much. So great game, great. I really enjoyed that game. And then we get to Springboks versus France. So much has been spoken about the Springboks, and I think a lot of people are getting maybe tired of it, but I think a lot of people are also getting tired of watching them. I love my team, passionate, and I really want the best, and I want to see them improve. Yes, we won, and yes, there were some positives, but that team is not there. I watched today's video of the 1014 rugby, and there was one comment, or they had a comment where someone was saying they needed maybe a mental coach. I couldn't agree more. There's definitely a mental problem within that team. They look down, they look problematic. There's problems within that team. What was good to see is when we did something right, they were like all over each other. The camaraderie was pumped. When we won, it was like we won the World Cup. But what we mustn't forget, it's France. We whitewashed them earlier this year, and now we just pretty much had a very, very poor game against them. We should have scored more points. Pollard was weak, and I thought it was a great decision to put Pollard in, and maybe we can't judge, we technically can't really judge this game because he hasn't played enough games, but that also is a question to ask. He needed maybe more Super Rugby time or whatever it may be, but he hasn't played international levels. Same for Dwayne Vermeulen. There's so many issues within this team that needs to be sorted, and if their mentality is better, then they might be winning more. They might be playing better. If you look, someone paused a clip of the coaching panel. Brendan Venter almost looked like he was crying. Alistair Coetzee was looking into his hands, and the other coaching staff was looking shocked. Springbok rugby is not in a good place. We won. There were positives, in the words of Alistair Coetzee, but there's so much more that needs to be done. Team selection. We need to look at this. Jesse Creel, Creel was weak. They always say, you know, a centre can go through and score tries, but they need to defend well. He was defending poorly. It was not a good game for him. Coetzee made a few errors. You know, the team just wasn't looking great, and I really hope it changes. To be dead honest with you guys, I'm terrified of Italy. I think it's going to be a scary game. We lost to them last year. If we play like we played against Ireland, we're probably going to lose again. But hopefully the boys develop better. Something needs to happen, and it needs to happen fast. Otherwise we're going to have a shocking end of your tour. Good that we won overseas. Very good, very happy, very proud. But we need more. We need to see more. Otherwise Wales and Italy are going to give us a run. And that is going to do it for today's recap video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with future uploads, predictions coming this week. And again, guys, any other suggestions for videos, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to do my best to try and create a video for you guys. As usual, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the rugby. Let me know your thoughts. What was your standout game? Who do you see out of players stood out? Springboks, what do you think of them? New Zealand, do you feel they're deteriorating? Or what's the story? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll try and reply to everyone. Guys, as usual, stay safe, never give up, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.